My question is to the Minister of Northern Development and Mines. Dalton McGuinty talks about the Ring of Fire more than the man in black ever did. But really the Premier is a man who is keeping Ontario in the red. Do you have an actual plan for mining? Or will you surprise the chromite miners with a new tax, just as you did with the diamond miners?
That's a good question.
Minister.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I appreciate the question. And certainly there is a tremendous amount of excitement in Northern Ontario related to the economic potential of the Ring of Fire. And I can tell you the Northerners are very excited that it is part of our Open Ontario plan. And the potential for this site is quite remarkable. Certainly we're looking at thousands of jobs, thousands of direct jobs, thousands of indirect jobs. But we recognize, Mr. Speaker, that indeed in order for us to make this project move forward, we need to do it the right way, which is why our ministry is working very, very closely, certainly with the mining companies, with the First Nation communities, and with Northerners in general, to make sure we move forward. In fact, our ministry officials brought the mining companies up to Webequie and Martin Falls First Nations a couple of weeks ago. I'll be going up there myself to visit a number of communities next week. We recognize that in order for this to succeed, it needs to be done right. But no matter what, it's an extraordinarily exciting development. We'd love to have you on side with this. This has got great potential in Northern Ontario, one of the greatest finds in over a century.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Speaker, Dalton McGuinty said in his throne speech, there is no substitute for chromite. But the Liberals' Bill 191 cuts off 50% of all of Ontario's rich northern resources from any and all development whatsoever. This government is nothing but a walking contradiction. Actually, a sitting contradiction is more appropriate. The Premier is right to think that the resource sector is important to Ontario's future. So will you commit, Minister, to developing those resources wherever they are in the north, regardless of Bill 191?
Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we are very committed and very excited about the opportunities that are presented by the Ring of Fire, the opportunities that will bring economic potential, fabulous jobs all across Northern Ontario. And it's very important to point out as well that indeed that the actual site we're looking at is a relatively small site in terms of the far north. We're working very closely with all the First Nations to make sure we move forward. In fact, this morning I was at the Prospectors and Developers Association Convention, witnessed a signing along with my colleague Minister Jeffrey of 4 First Nations who want to collaborate with us and with their First Nation community partners to move this project forward. So we are developing a plan. We are working closely with them. We are committed to having this forward. The Premier, of course, is very committed to it. We are excited about this. We just wish you were. We'd love to have your support. This is a tremendous opportunity for all of Northern Ontario. We want to move forward to provide the jobs this great project can do. Thank you very much.